Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Today we are taking a look at Bitcoin and my thoughts on the general sentiment in the market and what I'm personally looking to do in the markets. I mean, I have bought some spot on previous videos which I told you about down at 24k. It's up at 30k now and it is pretty much at that level of resistance. We got to 28k and it was hovering around there for 2 or 3 weeks and people thought that was it. It was going to pull back to 25k. We pushed up to 30,400. People are still expecting a pullback to 25k. Today is the start of the Ethereum unlock. Estimated around $34 billion in value. That's not all going to get unlocked at the same time, but that's just the estimated amount of Ethereum to be unlocked. I know it's not Bitcoin, but fundamentally in crypto markets, when anything big happens, usually the rest of the market follows it. A lot of people are saying, is it priced in? Is it not priced in? We're not going to know until it starts happening, and it depends how it happens. Personally, I've not looked in depth into it, so I'm not really unsure how it could impact on the market. If for example, if all unlocked at once, then yeah, it's going to make a significant impact. If it's drawn out over a period of time, then it's not. But it really depends on what goes on across the markets, and for that, I think personally, along with fundamentals, we need to have a look at the charts as well. And we've been on a great rally. I mean, this is the Bitcoin chart Binance. And the weekly time frame. It's not got data all the way back, but I'll show you a different chart soon to give you a bit of a reason why I think personally that the bottom's in. I have mentioned that the bottom's in before, and people still don't seem to think it's going to be in. If you're following accounts like Capo, who is pretty much just there for engagement purposes, in my opinion. I mean, he's got 700,000 followers just by being wrong most of the time, so let's see what goes on across here. But he seems to think we're still going to visit 10 and 12k, and I think that's pretty much an outrageous call, to be honest. But I mean, you never know if some destructive thing happens across the globe. You never know. But yeah, looking at the markets now, and we'll just get rid of all this crap what I've got down here. So if you're looking at a weekly candle currently, it's a bullish weekly candle. It has pretty much closed above all the previous ones so far. I mean, not closed, but as you can see, it is pushing up, and in my opinion, it will close above this region. I think if it does close above here at $30,000, and if we get a closure above that, then things are going to continue on that bullish uptrend. I've seen a few people mentioning the 2022 Open, and I've marked it up on this chart here. That's still a 55% move from there. Major level of resistance, to be honest. If you look at that, we're wicked up and rejected from there. Loads of support wicks around here, a couple of support wicks there, support, as you can see, it's a big area of support there, which then flips into resistance. So for me, I don't think we're going to push up to that anytime soon, but over the duration of this year, who knows what happens. I mean, I just think it's a bit of an outlandish stretch to get all the way up to there from current prices, a 55% move. I know so far we have done a decent move. If you're looking from the very bottom of Bitcoin, looking at the price range from the very lows down at 15,000, what's that, 15,600, let's call that. We have done, all in all, close to a 100% rise, which is mammoth. We've had some pullbacks on the way up, and we've not really had a pullback yet. For me, I think we're going to target these wigs here. That's what I think. I think we're going to push up to 34k before we get any retracement. That's just my thoughts, and take those with a pinch of salt. But I think that's an area where I think personally that the price will test before we do get any type of drawdown. Unless something crazy happens with this FOMC and CPI data this week, or the Ethereum unlocks. And I think we're having an uptrend, and we're broken out of that major downtrend there. If you're looking at that in terms of a downtrend from there to there, we did break out of that, broke to the upside, and continue that bullish upside. We've actually done a retest of that area down here, which was major support at 20k, which was a previous all-time high, and pushed on. And that weekly candle there was an absolute monster. So all eyes on this weekly close. I know it's only Wednesday, but if we can get some weekly closures above 30k, then I think we're going to maintain that bullish pump, and we're going to push up towards around that region I said there. So let's mark it up with a rectangle around these wicks here. I think there's a good chance that price does push up to there before any major pullback. I want to show you a different chart though. One of my reasons for the bottom being in due to recycle theory. You've got many people who have posted very similar charts to this. I posted this back in October saying, look, if you look at a previous charts in Bitcoin, when we're at all-time high, usually from that, I'm not sure how it's moved. Usually from that all-time high, it's usually around 364 days-ish. I'm not sure where that's from there. Someone's been messing with my charts. But yeah, usually around between 56, 52, around that bars, around a year anyway, let's say that. From our very highs to the lows, we then started to push up. If you look at the 2017 bull market, from that, after we hit the all-time highs, 52 bars, 364 days, we hit the bottom and then we went on to rally. And if you look at this period here, from the very highs at 69k, some people seem to think this was the all-time high. I don't know what type of fucking planet we're on, but for me, this is a region down here where we dropped. We did a 56 bar, 392 days, and we are pushing up. Cycles, history is repeating itself again. So in my opinion, what's to say that can't happen again? Obviously, if you look at this previous cycle here, we pushed up and then we had a COVID dump. And the COVID dump, I mean, if you look at the highest point, the local high back in June 19, we actually dropped another 70% and everybody thought it were over and then went on to rally and create new all-time highs. There is always that possibility of something similar happening to wherever price goes and stalls and rejects, or like say if something happens across the world which pulls us back, there is that possibility that something similar happens. I mean, was the COVID dump a black swan event? Yes, it probably was. Was the FTX event a black swan event? It probably was, yes. So we've had all these major events that happened in the past, we've always recovered. And whatever we've got coming ahead, I think we'll always recover. This is the new cycle now. If you look in the past, 152, 153 bars bull market, around 1,000 days in the past. We had a bull market there. Let's see if we hit a 1,000 day bull market now. Remember, bull markets don't go up all the way. We could be up and down, but eventually, who knows where the price could go. I want you in the comments to give me your Bitcoin price prediction for the end of a bull market. Whenever I think we've started a bull market, I think we've started a new phase. Let's take it towards 2025, the end of, because usually, I mean, all-time highs, if you look at 2017, it was in December. If you look at all-time highs, that was in November. So towards the end of those years, let's have a look in 2025. Let's see if we can get a monster bull run. I think personally, we can hit north of 100k. No idea where, I'll just be speculating, but if you've got a reason, or if you've got some charts which give you a prediction, or let me know your thoughts in the comments what you think the price of Bitcoin could be at the end of this cycle, because in my opinion we've started a new cycle, and let's see where we go from there. But I'm holding spot. I bought some spot Bitcoin at $24,000 and that is a long-term investment now. There's always that possibility that Capo was right and it dumps down to zero, but that's a risky take with crypto, and I'm hedging my bets now over a longer term perspective. In the meantime, I'll be trading Bitcoin. I'm currently working on some new strategies, and hopefully I'll be able to, I'm potentially looking at setting a copy trader up at some point so you can follow my trades, but it's a long way off yet. I need to work on some solid strategies which can return some good profits. I mean, currently I'm making some decent money trading, but I don't want to quite release that to public and people follow him and end up losing money. So we'll hone some strategies in, we'll work on that, we'll make sure that we're fundamentally getting some good results, and then we'll have a look at some copy traders. But that's it from me. If you are new to this channel, please make sure that you are subscribed. If you've got any thoughts, any Bitcoin predictions, drop them in the comments. Like I say, make sure you subscribe, get that bell notification on, plenty more videos coming up, trying to up that content now that we are starting this new cycle. And that's it. If you're new here, thanks so much for watching. I'll catch you later.